Hello, my brothers and sisters. Father Frank Pavone here, National Director of Priests for Life. I want to give a special message to the voters of Georgia. Brothers and sisters, you know the important task that lies at hand for you in these Senate runoff elections. Election day is January 5th, but voting has already begun, and we need to re-elect Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. So important because not only for Georgia, but for the entire nation, the direction our nation takes will be determined by this election. This election will determine whether the Republican Party and all those values for which the party stands, which corresponds so well to what we as patriotic Americans believe and cherish, and what we as faithful believers in God cherish, will be able to put a roadblock up against the extreme Democrat policies that those lawmakers want to pass. It's essential that we have these two Republican seats. And I want to apply it to something that is of very crucial importance to people in Georgia who are pro-life. You know your state of Georgia has some beautiful pro-life laws. But if the two Democrat candidates were to be elected to the U.S. Senate, that's going to affect the pro-life laws in Georgia. Because let me read for you what the Democrat Party platform says about these pro-life state laws. First of all, they talk about believing unequivocally, again, this is from the platform of the Democrat Party, believing unequivocally that every woman should be able to access high-quality reproductive health care services, including safe and legal abortion. But then they go on to say, Democrats oppose and will fight to overturn federal and state laws that create barriers to reproductive health and rights. Now, they've been using this language for years, and we know exactly what it means by the way in which it has been applied to these various fights regarding abortion. They want to get rid of state laws like you have in Georgia that put reasonable regulations and restrictions on abortion. I'm going to give you a few examples. The Democrats, in fact, have already introduced bills that would get rid of, declare unconstitutional these kinds of state laws because they believe it creates a barrier to what they want, unfettered abortion. In Georgia, for example, abortion is prohibited after 5 months, as most Americans believe it should be. Georgia also has a law that says a physician must provide medical care and treatment to a baby that is born alive at any stage of development. So even a baby in the womb, even if a doctor tried to abort that baby and the abortion failed, as sometimes it does, and the baby came out alive, these Democrats don't even want to protect that baby. Look it up. They have voted time and time again against any measure that would provide additional protection to that baby. So they would want to get rid of that law in Georgia. Georgia prohibits partial birth abortions performed after viability. You really want that to change? You want Georgia to start allowing partial birth abortion after viability because the Democrats in Congress said that it should allow it? Georgia requires that 24 hours prior to an abortion, a woman receive information about the medical risks of abortion and pregnancy and the gestational age of the unborn child, and receive information about medical assistance benefits, child support, and the right to review state-prepared material on a state-sponsored website. In other words, even if you believe in the so-called right to choose, don't you believe a woman should know something about what she's choosing? But no, the Democrats don't want that kind of a law because they know that it saves lives. And by a woman choosing not to have an abortion, it takes business and money away from the abortion industry, which is the Democrats' best friend. A woman in Georgia must be informed that information on fetal pain is available. Fetal pain is available on the state website. You don't think a mother is concerned about whether her baby feels pain? The Democrats, they would want to take that away in Georgia and everywhere else. A woman must be offered the opportunity to view an ultrasound performed as part of the preparation for an abortion. Democrats would want that taken away as well. They're against laws like that. And a physician may not in Georgia perform an abortion on an unemancipated minor under the age of 18 unless and until at least 24 hours after notice has been given in person or over the phone to a parent of that young girl. You want that law done away with too? If any of these laws make sense to you, then it makes sense to vote for the two Republican candidates, the two Republican senators in Georgia in this runoff election. Because, brothers and sisters, understand this. The Democrats have made no secret of the fact that they want to do away with even these reasonable regulations regarding abortion. That would affect Georgia, and it would affect the whole country if they have the power to do it. They would have the power to do it if, in addition to the House of Representatives, where they already have the majority, if they had the White House, and if the two Democrats in Georgia are elected to the Senate, they have the power to wipe out these laws in Georgia and everywhere else. Georgia voters, let's do the right thing. I give you this information so that you can spread it to other voters. You may well have voted already, but the task is not finished yet. Right up through January 5th, let's work hard to get as many other voters informed of these things as possible and out to the polls to cast their pro-life vote. Georgia, the whole country is relying on you, and we're here to help you. Check out prolifevotegeorgia.com for more information. I'm Father Frank Pavone on behalf of Priests for Life. God bless you, and God bless Georgia, and God bless the United States of America.